go about loving your enemies. In order to love your enemies, you must begin by analyzing self. Now, I'm sure that seems strange to you that I start out telling you this morning that you love your enemies by beginning with a look at self. But it seems to me that that is the first and foremost way to come to an adequate discovery to the how of this situation.
Come on now, let us go back. Let us go back to God. Oh, come on now, trial. Come, let's go. Let us go. Let us go back to God. Hey, hey, come on now. Let us go back. Oh, let us go back to God. I know the way without the Lord. Mighty God. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Devil on the path. It's not on the path. Path where we try. Come, let's go. Oh, let us go. Let us go back to God. Oh, to God.
A second thing that an individual must do in seeking to love his enemy is to discover the element of good in his enemy. And every time you begin to hate that person and think of hating that person, realize that there is some good there and look at those good points, which will overbalance the bad points.
I don't want to know about evil. I only want to know about love. And I don't want to know about evil. I only want to know about love. Sometimes it gets so hard to listen, hard for me to use my eyes, and all around the gold is glistening, making sure it keeps me down the sides. And I don't want to know about evil. I only want to know about love. And I don't want to know about evil. I only want to know about love. I'm waiting for the planes to tumble, waiting for the towns to fall. We're gonna to the church on time. We're gonna make it to the church on time. Put on your Sunday best. I put on mine. Got to make it to the church on time. We're gonna make it to the church on time. Got to make it to the church on time. I need to hear the preacher. Give me a sign. We got to make it to the church on time. I'm gonna make it to the church on time. Got to make it to the church on time. I need to get my soul in line. We're gonna make it to the church on time. We're gonna make it to the church